everyone, and welcome back to Modded Minecraft. So we are back on the FTOG server for a little bit more Avant 3. And since the end of the last episode, I've been quite busy. I've set up a load more of the farms here for the crops and sprouts. Yeah, and I've been busy with the watering can, getting the resource crops spread all over the place. And so we can collect up a load of the bits that we need in order to create more of the sprouts. And I've got quite a few of them now. So I've got a bit of copper over here. I think we've got some coal and some iron up here as well. Some coal, got a bit of iron. So yeah, that's all going, it's all going pretty good. But as I said in the last episode, I did want to start automating this because it's quite manually intensive. And that is what we're going to do today. But before we do that, I just want to show you what I've done so far to the base. It's not been a lot because I have spent quite a lot of time on the sprouts and that. But we've got a second level on here, and I'm just sort of ready now to put the roof on. I think we'll just keep this to 2 levels high. And then I mentioned in the last episode that I was going to put a bit of a basement in here, a warehouse, which we've done. And I've gone to town with the chisel in here. In fact, I've chiseled everything in here apart from the floor, which is just the bog standard vanilla polished andesite. But yeah, looking quite good, quite happy with this. That will be ready for me to start putting some of my machines and stuff into. I think I'll probably have my storage for the output from the farms once they're automated down there as well. That way I can just route any of the pipes under the ground and so directly into the basement rather than having them all over the place, because I do want to try to keep it sort of aesthetically pleasing as much as I can. But yeah, so back onto the automation. And if you remember, to get the farming station, we needed a couple of bits. So we needed to grab ourselves a Z Logic controller, which requires us to get the slice and splice. And one of the biggest problems there was sort of getting hold of the solarium, which we need soul sand for. Now, as you probably remember from the last episode, the trip to in fact, no, it wasn't the last episode. I think it was the episode before, potentially. I can't even remember now. But the Nether was not a nice place, and I was getting killed over and over again by various bits and pieces. And one of the main things that was killing me was the wraiths, and they come out of soul sand. So I didn't really want to have to go back to the Nether and face those again. But it's kind of looking like I'm going to have to. And the reason for that is because I started off thinking that there were 3 ways that I could get soul sand. One was to go to the Nether. The other one was to get the, I think they're called the Nether sprouts or whatever. And they give off this Nether essence. And there's 1 or 2 bits in there that I haven't got yet. And they require me to go to the Nether to get those anyway. And then I sort of happened upon this other one, and it was just a case of using the saw from Simple Covers to get half blocks. And JEI is telling me basically that I can put any of these together and it would give me soul sand. And yeah, probably unsurprisingly, that isn't correct, because if you put any of the halves together, they just make the full block of what they were comprised of originally. So in order to get a full block of soul sand, you need to put 2 halves of soul sand together. So yeah, just a little thing there. If you kind of looked at that and thought, great, I don't have to go to the Nether, and I can use this instead, then yeah, sorry, but that isn't correct. So I am going to get a load of my stuff dumped off that I don't want to lose, and I'm gonna, you can see I've got the saw in there. I even tried it, and it was to no avail. I made myself, while we're on the subject, I made myself a vanilla sword and vanilla armor out of diamonds, and I don't intend to keep that, but I was out and about a few times, and I just wanted something a little bit better than the sort of iron stuff that I had, but I didn't want to start making any of the sort of armors from the mods or whatever and have you miss that, so I just made some simple stuff for now. So I am going to get myself, I might even take my bed with me just to make life a little bit easier. It's probably a really, really bad idea. But it just means if, while we're on the way over there, if night falls, which is not far off now, it means that I won't have to fight off a horde of mini skeletons. Because, yeah, mini skeletons are a thing in this pack. And if you thought mini zombies were bad, mini skeletons are twice as bad. So what I'm going to do, rather than have you watch me sort of walk the sort of 700 or so blocks back over to spawn, I'm going to get over there, I'm going to get myself into the nether, and I'll meet you when I'm there. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are, and yeah, I want to make this as quick as I can possibly make it, because I'm really, really do not like this place. I think it'll be a lot better once we get ourselves some flight, but certainly for now, it is not the best. And yeah, I want to get myself some soul sand, and I can't remember exactly where it was. I'm kind of thinking that it was potentially over this way, and I had to go up on top of this hill. And I'm thinking to myself, can we actually grab this with a... No, we can't. That would have been quite handy. But yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to get myself over here, and I'm really keeping an eye out for these wraiths. And I'm hoping that I've got enough armor and stuff to deal with it now. So there's some soul sand up there. But I know that there's definitely some up on top of that hill. So I think we'll head over there. And apologies, this is probably quite dark at the moment. I mean, it's pretty dark on my screen. So certainly by the time this gets up on YouTube, it's going to be very dark indeed. And I can hear a ghast already, which is not a good thing. So let's just get ourselves up here. Oh, there's the stairs. And some burnium. I don't know what that is, but that is certainly something that we'll have a look at in the future. And hopefully... Oh, there's some soul sand here. Can we just grab a load of it and then make our way out, maybe? That would be absolutely perfect if we could do that. And then I wouldn't have to worry about these wraiths. Like I said, I'm hoping that I'm a little bit more prepared this time. Excellent. Right, do you know what? That'll do. Okay, so we are back, and let's get to work on getting some of these bits and pieces put together. And first of all, I'm going to just pop my bed back and just reset the spawn point, which is quite handy. So, let's just remind ourselves again of what we need to get this slice and splice together. So first of all then, the solarium is just some soul sand and some gold in the alloy smelter. Now, I'm kind of hoping that I've got a few bits of gold together, which I have. That's cool. So we'll pop some of that into the alloy smelter. And... don't want to have that in there. Let's just grab the iron out of there for now. Pop the gold in there. Pop some of this in there. And we'll give that a couple of minutes. Okay, so while we're just waiting for that to finish then, let's just grab the other bits and pieces that we need so we can get this put together. So we're going to need some iron. We're going to need a head. And we can use the wither skeleton skull head. And I've got plenty of those because we've got the wither sprouts. And then for this, we're going to need some iron bars, a bit more iron, and a basic capacitor, which is just some copper, redstone, and some gold nuggets. Now, I think I'm just going to take one of those out just so that we can get some gold nuggets. And we'll get the other bits that we need from over here as well. So we need one of those. Didn't need all of those. And we'll come back to the chicken chunk in a minute. We're going to need some copper and... then we've got some redstone over here somewhere, just here. And I thought I had more iron than that. I've got to admit, where did I put it in this bottom chest over here? crate? Yeah, we did. Cool. Right, and we'll just turn that into nuggets, and we should be pretty much good to go. So let's just grab our solarium out of here, and let's start putting some of this together. So back into the slice and splice. So yeah, first of all, we're going to need one of these. So we just grab one of those, and now we've got no room again already. Would you believe that? So we just drop off a couple of these bits and pieces that we don't need right now. And that should be about fine. We've got some netherrack as well. Cool. Right, so we'll grab that back out again. And then we can get back into this. If I can actually control my mouse. And yeah, so we need some iron bars. That's fine. Just grab some iron bars. And can we put this together now? Yes, we can. Right, so there is our machine chassis. And it would have been so much easier again just to type the actual recipe in, but I think we can probably remember that now. I need to grab the sticks back that I dropped in here, and we're going to need a couple more as well. Why have I never got the bits on me that I actually need just to make life a little bit more simple? Just for once would be absolutely fantastic, but there you go. That is me. Never organised. And that is why it takes me such a long time to actually do anything. There we go. Right, so grab those, and we need ourselves an iron axe. And we need ourselves some shears. And now I think that we've actually got everything that we need to put this together, which we have. Excellent. Right, there is our slice and splice. Now, I am going to go and get this set up downstairs. I'm not going to worry about sleeping too much just yet because we don't need to worry about that. And yeah, I think potentially we'll just put those along there for now. I'm going to need to have some way of wiring this up, and I haven't actually looked at power options yet, but we're going to grab out our alloy smelter and our furnace as well, or generator, sorry. And we'll pop all of those down. So the generator can go there for now, and the alloy smelter can go the other side. And then when we get the sag mill, we'll pop it on top. And yeah, that's going to need some more power because that is now power. That's got some power in it. That is powering up. And now the sag mill then is going to be far easier. I think we need another. We're going to need another one of the machine frames, which we are. That's fine. Potentially, we're going to need more iron than what we've got, but let's just see what we can actually put together. So hopefully we can pop this together, which we can, and then we can hopefully, yeah, good. Are we going to have enough iron? No, we need a piston, so we're going to need to grab some cobble. And I'm kind of hoping that we got some of that somewhere, which we have. Good. Let's get back over there. And I do need to eat again. Right, there we go. So there is our piston. And then finally, we need some flint, which I know I've just put some flint in there, but that's not enough. And I am going to eat because otherwise I'm just going to crawl about all over the place and that will just be really annoying. Good. Right, so let's pop this together then. Excellent. 2 machines in one day. That's probably a record for me. I'm going to put that on top of the generator like so. So this won't stay like this. I am going to get some sort of energy conduit or whatever, but just for now, just to make life easier, I'm going to pop it all together like this. We will need to grab some more coal, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. And now, if we put some sand into the sag mill, that should now make us some silicon. Good, which it is. And let's just go back into the farming station recipe and see what else we need for that. So the electrical steel, we need some crushed coal for, and some silicon and some iron. So I think actually we're going to need to go and grab some more bits of iron. And as that is going to involve me smelting down a load more stuff, I'm just going to nip off camera for a second. And yeah, I'm just going to get that done. I'll see you in a minute. Got some more iron, and we are going to need to grab some coal as well. Now hopefully this will just give us coal dust from here. I think I remember. And we need 4 bits of the electrical steel. So yeah, just let that run for a second. And then we'll be able to get on with this. Excellent. And there we go. And that'll do for now. I don't want to waste any more of that. I think that's probably going to... Yeah, it already started creating a piece. That's fine. So into the alloy smelter again. Let's just grab out these other bits of solarium. So we need to pop in some iron. So we've got 4 bits of iron. We want... Did I have enough of these? Yeah, 4 bits of silicon and pop the coal in there as well. And that's going to go away and make us the electrical steel that we need. Now, we've already got the 2 pulsating crystals. We made those in the last episode. And the machine frame's easy enough. So that is that coming together. So we just need to get this Z logic controller really made. And that is going to require us to make a load more of the bits and pieces here. So we've got some solarium. We can get ahead easy enough. We've got that. We've got that. So we just need to make ourselves another axe and some shears. And then if we're doing that, we might as well make the diamond hoe as well. In fact, let's just get ourselves up here. And I've got plenty of diamonds because I've been farming those crops like absolute crazy. So we can get that. And we might as well make our axe out of diamonds as well, I think. Just because we can. It's actually really... I know it's kind of like a little bit OP. But it's actually really nice just to be able to make stuff out of diamonds if you want. And we just pop that in there so we've got a little bit more room. And I will put a crafting table downstairs at some point when I remember before it starts to irritate me too much. So that I don't have to keep running back and forward upstairs all the while. And that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted an axe. And I think that was about it. So I needed some shears as well. So there are some shears. I've already got myself the... Now, where did I put those? I want another one of the wither skeleton skulls. Fine, we've got one of those. We've got some redstone. Let's just double check before I go back downstairs again. Make sure we've got everything for the recipe. We've got the solarium, got that. So we've got everything that we need to get that recipe on the go. And it's been a long time since I've used this, so I don't know how quick this is going to be, but we are about to find out. So there is our axe. There's the shears, and then we want a bit of redstone down here. We want the head. Can that not go in there? Okay, now that could be a bit of a problem in that it's only going to accept a zombie head, and I don't think we've got a zombie head at the moment. Let's just pop those bits in there, and let's just go and have a look and see if we've got a zombie head. Okay, so a little while later, and a trip to spawn, I managed to get myself into Nempson's zombie spawner. We got ourselves a zombie head, and yeah, we've now got the Z logic controller. So we can now, hopefully, put this together. So we just need to grab ourselves... We've got the diamond hoe. We've got the... No, we don't need the solarium for that. We need some more electrical steel, which I'm hoping is waiting for us in the alloy smelter, which it is. We've got the pulsating crystals upstairs. And so we just need another one of the machine frames. And yeah, we've got the iron that we need for that. So... let's just go and grab those final bits and pieces. And we'll have our first farming station. So there are the crystals. And I think if we just head over here, and we should be able to, I'll just get that up there, we should be able to just grab enough of the iron together to make ourselves the machine frame. So first of all, we need one of these, and then we should just be able to pop that together like so. And then finally, we can put the farming station together. Excellent. Right, now we need to actually work out how to use this thing, because I've not used one before. In 1.7.10, I was always a massive fan of the MFR stuff. But yeah, we're going to see how this works. So I'm probably going to have to come up with a better design for this in future. But for now, what we're going to do is we are just going to plug up each of the holes of water like that, sort of from flowing down. So let's just don't want 2 of those on there. That'll be fine. And then the actual farming station. Now, this is going to have the both the energy conduit coming in, bringing power into it, and it's going to have the item conduit coming out, taking the farmed items out. And I think I'm going to have the energy coming in from the front, so potentially under here, and I'm going to have the items going out the back. So we're going to lose a row of our crops for each one, but I think what we lose in capacity there will kind of gain back, because this will be constantly harvesting stuff rather than me having to do it manually. So let's just pop a block down there for a minute so we can get the farming station in, and then we'll take that back out again. Fine. And yeah, so it doesn't matter, let's turn that back into dirt again. So we're going to need to get some power in here. And when I tested this, the thing goes through power quite quickly. So I am going to make myself, just get back into here. If I go into generators, I am going to make myself one of these from the progressive automation. Now, they are tiered, so you've got to sort of make each one of these, but I'm aiming to get to the diamond generator because I think that's going to produce quite a lot of power for us. But we need to start off with the wooden generator, and that just requires just any kind of log, a block of redstone, a furnace, and then one of these RF engines, which is another block of redstone, some iron, and a bit of gold. Now, I'm hoping that I've got enough redstone for this because, as I say, I think each one of these is going to require a new block of redstone. It is. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need 5 blocks of redstone, which, I'm kind of thinking to myself, I probably haven't got, so I'm probably going to have to cut away and go and do some mining. But let's kind of make what we can. Let's work out where we are. And yeah, we will take it from there. So we've got some gold, hopefully, or have we not? Just check. And no, we have. Oh yeah, we've got some gold blocks. That's fine. We can go and pop those into the smeltery. I feel a little bit unorganised at the moment. I feel like I should have perhaps done a little bit more prep ahead of the episode, but I didn't really sort of think about how much of this stuff we was going to need. And let's just eat really quickly again. Let's just see what we need in terms of redstone. God, it is always the same with me. Why? So yeah, how many blocks of redstone? We can make 5. We can make 5 blocks of redstone, and I didn't check to see. I might have some more stashed away somewhere. Maybe. Hopefully, there's one piece. That's not going to be enough. And we have. There's blocks of redstone up here. Okay, fine. The Great Redstone Crisis of 2016 is now over, and we can go and grab ourselves the gold. And it's almost like a plan, that. That's pretty cool. So let's grab the gold out, and we can get this underway. Certainly, I've got plenty of iron, so we'll definitely be able to do that. That's a couple of blocks of gold. And that will be all that we need for now in order to hopefully, as I say, put this together. So we'll get that turned into ingots. And then we need some wood, which I seem to remember I've got plenty of that over here. And let's just see, can we pop one of those together? First of all, we can get a couple of those, and they don't stack, so I'm actually only going to make one at a time just to make life a little bit easier. And then we need a furnace, so we're going to need to grab some more cobble, which I can't remember where my cobble is now. I think it's in here. I'll tell you what, if you've stuck with me this long and you're still watching, then well done. Welcome to the chaos that is my channel. And yeah, so we will go into the right thing, that is for sure. Make ourselves a quick furnace and just grab those back. And then finally, we should, if I can just clear some more space. I'm running out of actual chests just to dump stuff into at the moment. Let's just get those out for now, so we don't need any of that right at this second. And yeah, good. Let's come back over here and see if we can pop one of these together, which we can. And then the stone one is the next one. So we need another one of these. Good. And we're going to require some either smooth stones, some granite or whatever. And I know that we've definitely got a load of those bits. That's really good actually, that it doesn't just take smooth stone, that you can pop other bits and pieces in there as well. And that is, of course, assuming that I can actually find any of that. So yeah, we'll take some granite because that's the easier. Well, that's the one that I've got the most of. It's not necessarily easier, so it just needs to be normal. And there we go. There's our stone generator. And then the iron generator, again, we're going to need another one of those. But now we've run out of iron. And yeah, okay. Let's just pop out here. Now there is now going to be mobs out here. So I'm going to do this really quickly. And we've not got enough iron. So I'm going to sleep the night away. I'm going to grab the iron and I'll see you in a minute. A few minutes later, and we've got the iron that we need to pop this together. And then finally, I'm hoping that we've got enough of the bits and pieces for the diamond one. And there is the engine. And do we need any more iron for this? No, it doesn't look like we do. And there we go. So there is a diamond generator. And it did fall night again. I sort of forgot about it. So I think there's possibly a few mobs about, but that's fine. We will go and see if it's all clear out here, which it kind of looks like it is. Now, I'm going to pop the generator just sort of down on the ground anywhere out here for now. I'll just put it in line with this. In fact, can we not just put it here for a second? In between episodes, I'll sort of tidy this up and I'll find a permanent home for this. In fact, if we pick that up, hopefully it will transfer power directly to it. So we need to put some fuel in there. And I'm a little bit worried now that I've actually used up all of the coal, which will be quite a pain, I've got to say, if we have. And no, there's some bits in there, that's fine. Just going to pop that into the generator. And I apologise for the amount of running around in this episode, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Right, so pop some of that in there. And that is now hopefully producing some RF. And this requires to have some seeds. And it also requires a hoe. So we need to go and grab ourselves. Now, I'm going to make a diamond hoe for now. So this is only actually going to be semi-automated because the hoes are obviously going to run out of durability at some point in time. And hopefully we can find a way to rectify that. I can't think of anything at the moment. And I haven't seen any auto crafting options in the pack yet, but we've only just started playing. So hopefully at some point in time we will find some bits. So there we go. That is now harvesting stuff away. That's brilliant. That is actually really quick. And of course, this only operates in a 3x3 area. So we're going to have to get rid of all the ones around the outside of here as well. But I'm kind of hoping, as I say, that the speed with which this will obviously harvest stuff up, or it will do stuff as soon as it's ready, rather than having to wait for me to remember and come and grab it, will make up for the missing crops that we now have. And as I say, that's popped those back down again. And I'm not really sure. This doesn't seem to actually have a buffer of energy, so I'm a little bit worried that this is just going to keep running. It's going to waste coal. So I'm going to keep my eye on that for definite. And if necessary, we'll look at another option. But for now, that seems like a fairly good option. And then the final thing then really is, so we've got the power there. The final thing really is to be able to get the bits out and into my storage area. As I say, I did have a look at the transfer pipes, but they weren't compatible with the farming station. So we're going to have to go with the item conduits. And in order to make the item conduits, we're going to need some of the conduit binder. And I've got the bits together for that as well. So let's have a look. Item conduit. And do you know what? Let's just type in conduit. That'll probably make life a little bit quicker. And it's this one. Yeah, this one that we need. So yeah, we need some pulsating iron nuggets, which I think we've already got some of those left over. And then some conduit binder, which is literally some binder composite, which is made by this stuff. Now, will that link to this chest? It will. So we can grab a bit of that, and hopefully I've got some fuel left somewhere that I can actually get this smelted up. We are definitely in need of another mining trip, because at the moment my coal crop is nowhere near enough to keep up with demand. And I suspect once we've got a few of these machines running that it'll fall over completely. But there's a little bit more in there, and I suspect that's the last of it now. In fact, I think potentially we'll have a look at setting up a tree farm. And if we can get that so that that's working quite efficiently, we should be able to power all of our machines from that. I'm just a little bit conscious of setting up too much automated stuff, because obviously there's a lot of other people on the server as well. And yeah, I don't want to start causing any lag or anything, because that would be a bit of a pain. And just while that's doing that, I was going to say, I think we had some of these pulsating bits in here, but we haven't. That's fine. I think we just need to get that done. I think we just need an ender pearl, and we've got some ender pearls, that's for sure. And let's just have a quick look to remind myself, rather than trying to guess, because at the moment I've got no idea. Oh yeah, so it was another bit of iron. So we're going to pop that into the alloy smelter, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay, so a couple of minutes later again, and we've got the bits that we need to make some of these item conduits. So let's just take half of that. That's that and that. And there's a few of those. And I did notice a witch outside, so I just want to be a little bit careful. Maybe that's gone now. Fine. So let's just pop out here, and in fact, let's grab a chest while we're in here. Now, I'm not going to make another one because I know that I've got chests sitting around somewhere. There we go, there's a chest for now. Going forward, I'm actually going to make the storage drawers, because I've just noticed that that is in this mod pack as well. And that's just a chest and some planks. And downstairs here, I'm going to have a wall of storage drawers where all of this stuff is going to come. So basically, I'll just route it down through the ground. But that's pretty boring. So I'm going to do that in between. I'm going to do that in between episodes. But for now, I just want to see if we can actually pull this stuff out. Now, it's still saying no seeds for some reason. Is that because this didn't have anything in it? I'm not really sure why that's saying that, to be honest, which is a little bit strange, but there we go. So we'll get rid of, in fact, you know what? For now, let's just put the chest. I think we'll put it here just to see that this actually works. And we'll grab one of the conduits, put it here. And that's going in that way. Let's just change that like so. So that's into insert mode. And let's just see, is that now... It isn't actually picking up any stuff as yet, and I think that's because we've got to turn redstone mode off. That's great. Okay, so that's now pulling out all of the contents of this, and that's all popped into the chest. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And we will do the rest. I'm gonna do the rest of the work for this off camera, because that's going to be pretty grindy and pretty boring. But yeah, we'll come out. We're going to have this piping coming out the back of here. And in fact, I might not even have it coming out of the back, because that would potentially waste a bit more space. I think I'll just have it coming out of here in a straight down, and then we can do the same sort of throughout all the levels. And the other thing that I'm probably going to do with this, and again, I'm going to do this in between. I'm going to do this in between episodes, or probably as soon as I finish this episode. But I'm going to change this to active with a signal, and then that way, what I can do, in fact, yeah, that's it. Put it back on there for now. And then that way, what I can do is I can turn these machines off for when I'm actually logged off of the server, because I'm told that these do actually chunk load. And as I'm intending to have a few of these, what I don't really want to happen is to have a load of these running on the server when I'm not there, and potentially, say, creating lag for other people. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. We'll stick a lever on here, and yeah, everything will be good. So that is going to be it for this episode. As I say, sorry it's been a little bit of running about, and it's been a little bit grindy, but I wanted to sort of get into some early automation, because we're going to need a whole bunch of these, and I am finding having these resources on tap definitely quite handy, because actually sort of going down and doing all the mining, although it is necessary, it's part of the game, it's obviously a lot better if you don't have to do it. So yeah, that'll be it. And obviously, if you've enjoyed the episode, drop us a like. It is always greatly appreciated, and I've really appreciated all the support that you guys have been giving me on this series so far. And all that's left to say really is have fun, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.